A creature that's only found in this part of the world. The Weta.
Oh, yeah, you can imagine, can't you? Here we are.
These boxes here.
This is what is called a Weta motel.
Oh my goodness.
Here we are, we've got two Weta.
The word Weta loosely translates as the god of ugly things, which is harsh, if not entirely unfair.
The funny, New Zealanders don't like Weta.
Oh,
There's another
how
kind
surprising.
called a, just close that, called a tree Weta, which does bite and can be quite aggressive. But these guys are the Labradors of the Weta world. This one is a giant Weta, actually a Cook Strait giant Weta is its full name. Another endangered animal. It's only found on 3 islands. It actually disappeared from the mainland completely, became extinct about 100 years ago.
God.
And so it's another cause for concern, lots of efforts to try to protect it. And this is a wonderfully harmless, gentle giant.
Now, I heard somewhere that when you have a very particular isolated environment and the fauna and flora can sometimes get very big because they don't need to be small, and this is obviously a good example, isn't it?
They can. These can grow even bigger than this, 3 times the size of a mouse in one case, so you can imagine how big that was. But yeah, you're absolutely right, it is a trait of island wildlife. A lot of island wildlife is bigger than the wildlife on the mainland. Like the kakapo, you know, that's the biggest, fattest parrot. Do you want to hold it?
I don't know if want is the word. Oh, it's right in your hair now. Oh, there we are.
Got it?
Whoa. Oh, I say. Hello,
It's not
darling.
bad, is it?
No, she's actually on sweet.
One of the great advantages of them being on the island here is the island has been rid of all those predators, even though it's so close to Wellington, which is an amazing achievement.
Yes.
And they can live here in relative peace, which is why they're doing so well.
Hello.
Are you all right with them going up there?
She's peed all over me.
Must like you.
Yeah. Weta by name, Weta by nature. Well, so far in this series, I've met a lot of people who, how can I put this? Well, people who wear sandals. You know the type. But animals need help from all of us. Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame decided the Weta's very oddness was reason enough to call his special effects company after it. In return, he donates money to help to conserve it.
I think every New Zealand child grows up terrified of Wetas. And the ones that aren't, the kids that aren't terrified are the future, entomologists and bug experts. That's how they decide on their career at a young age, I think, is that they're the ones that aren't, the freaks that aren't scared of Wetas.
Weta are currently working out how to make Lancasters fly again for Peter's Dam Busters film. Like most New Zealanders, Peter has hated the 6-legged Weta since childhood.
If there was a Weta anywhere close to me, I'd run screaming.
But you made ones this big for King Kong, where they chased them.
Yeah, well, I wanted to... I mean, that's me trying to imagine the most terrifying bug that I could ever think of, because, you know, the movie just needed something very, very scary, so I just put Wetas the size of Alsatian dogs in there. Did the trick quite well.
From one man's personal nightmare to another.